Many questions still remain about the health care legislation, and people were getting some answers at a symposium being held by Blue Cross Blue Shield this morning. News 4's Brittany Smallwood was there and joins us with more on that. Brittany.
Good afternoon, Victoria. I am live outside of the Blue Cross Blue Shield headquarters in Western New York, where they just held a symposium and they created a workshop with a bunch of panelists to decide how to break down the Affordable Care Act and what it means for all Americans. And News 4's Don Postles was actually one of the panelists today. And one of the things they brought up was the individual mandate. They spoke about how yesterday, the Supreme Court upheld it yesterday, and they said that if an American doesn't get health insurance, they will have to pay a $695 penalty in the first year alone, and it's expected to rise every year. But the panelists explained that the penalty will never exceed the cost of health care because the penalty is not meant to be a punishment. And they also discussed the insurer's provider's tax. It will be a tax that funds insurance companies. When they receive funds for their services, it will be taxed. And right now, insurance companies are estimating that their premiums for a family will go up $350 to $400 a year. But many of the panelists said that the law is not perfect and it presents its challenges, but they're optimistic that it will create a strategy for them to fix some of the problems within the healthcare system. They say it creates opportunities, and even though they know that there are a lot of doctors and they're hoping that a lot of nurses and practitioners will go into general practice. So many people are asking, well, how do I start? And they said that the advertisers will probably come out with some information coming up soon for people. Reporting live in downtown Buffalo, Brittany Smallwood, News 4 at noon.
Thank you, Brittany. And you'll find much more of our continuing coverage of this historic ruling on WIVB.com. Head to the On Politics section where you'll find the entire text of the Supreme Court opinion.